Twitter freaks crash out over VTubers supporting Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. By Ref says desu. We have seen many crash outs. I wonder if he has the crash out in there from that one dude completely losing it and calling everyone a grifter. I wonder if he has that in there. Alright, let's go.
Hey, what's up guys, Rip here. So in case you don't know, June is Men's Health Awareness Month, or also known as Men's Mental Health Awareness Month.
I think every year it gets bigger. Maybe that's just me, but every year it gets better. It gets more attention, more people talking about it, which is a good thing. I think that's a good thing. However, I have a big fear that eventually companies will pick it up like they did with supporting women, supporting LGBTQ, that they're gonna milk this for money. I could see that. I mean, Ubisoft already did this, and I was like, bro, is this the real Ubisoft still?
This is an event that's been around for over 3 decades at this point, and it seems
Damn, 30 years. That's crazy.
Seems like every year this event gets more and more popular, and of course with more popularity and more people posting about this on social media, there's also a bigger spotlight and people who are very upset about people trying to focus on men's mental health in the month of June. We're seeing this in the VTubing space and in gaming spaces as well, where people are very angry because they believe a focus on men's mental health awareness in the month of June is casting a shadow over Pride Month. Now we'll get into the examples of all that happening in those related scenes, but first I'll give my usual spiel.
Well, I have to say, who had the retarded idea to have both at the same time? Especially with, let's face it, if done right, Men's Health Awareness Month would be significantly bigger than Pride Month. If people actually cared about it. I'm just gonna say it. The thing is this, who had the idea to put that into the same place? That has got to be done on purpose.
On this topic. To everyone watching this video, I think this month is a great opportunity to check in on the men in your life, to make them feel like they're not invisible, and to make sure they know their mental health matters.
Exactly. Reach out to homie. Or homie, reach out to them. I don't care. But if you have an issue, at least talk about it. Maybe ask for a little bit of help or support. It could not harm. It could not harm to ask for a little bit of help. Life isn't easy, even if you are a man. Both can be celebrated at the same time, though. Both can be celebrated at the same time, though. But one, simply because of numbers, would be significantly bigger. Simply because of numbers.
Now, to the men watching this, I think there's many great things about being a man and masculine traits and all those things, but there's one very unfortunate thing that's been pervasive throughout society, and that is telling men that their mental health doesn't matter and that they're not supposed to speak about it, but it is important to...
Oh boy, it's not just the mental health, it's everything. We have pushed society with this idea. If you're a man, you don't matter. Just work, do what you need to do, don't ask questions, don't complain, just be silent and function. That's what we're doing.
To speak about. You got to be your own advocate for yourself, and it's not a one-size-fits-all type solution. There's many resources out there that you can use, whether it's talking to someone or engaging.
Unfortunately, there's not many resources. Look at how many men's houses there are where men who are in abusive relationships can go. Yeah, exactly, 0. I don't know a single one around here. There is none. You can't, like, if somebody I know gets abused by his girlfriend or wife, he literally can't go anywhere to escape her. Things like that just don't exist, and nobody has the money to build something like that. One thing that people don't bring up enough is, for example, the overconsumption of corn that significantly crushes mental health for men. Nobody talks about that either. All the things that make men's lives miserable. Nobody really talks about the cause of that.
With something or making changes in your life, it's all important to try, even if it's a bit scary, because your mental health matters because, well, you matter. Now, finally, to the women watching this, there's a very small suggestion and a powerful one I can give you for this month. Whether it's your boyfriend, your husband, your father, any man in your life that you care about, you can do a very small gesture, and that is buying them some flowers. This will...
I've never gotten flowers. I know for a fact that if frogs eat this now, I will get flowers. Flowers, we men don't get them. I would probably like flowers. I would probably have love to get flowers. I don't want to get my first flowers at my funeral. Thank you, if at all. Some people don't even get that kind of treatment. But yeah, flowers could work. Buying flowers for men. What the fuck? I mean, I would appreciate it. I would prefer a sword, but I take flowers as well. But I have a green thumb. I like to work in the garden, so I would probably appreciate flowers more than everyone else. But I think most men would appreciate flowers. It's just a gesture, right? Not particularly the flowers.
Stun lock them. They will be very happy. It'll make their day. They'll probably remember it for months, if not years. You don't have to give them anything expensive. They won't know the difference anyways. But this is
accurate. Like, you could give me a bouquet of flowers. That would probably be like, it's so cute, thank you. And like, it could be the most cheapest flowers ever. I wouldn't care. Want to be kind to your men? Ask them what wrong when they saw. I mean, yeah, obviously. But yeah, I think giving flowers would also be neat. I send you and all men here digital flowers. Let's go.
This is something small that you can do that will make their day. And this has to do with the whole moniker that people say every month or every time Men's Health Awareness Month comes up, where there's a sad fact that most men will never receive flowers until the day of their funeral. And I think that's a very sad fact and something that can be a really nice gesture to do during this month. Okay, so now that we got that and all the fluff out of the way, let's get into the video for today. So,
Celeste? Let's go! I didn't know she was in there! That's awesome! That is awesome! Oh, that's cool. This woman is great, not gonna lie. She's so great. I also stood up for her when everyone was shitting on her. But yeah, this is an absolute VTuber recommendation. She's so fun to watch. However, if you don't like Christian VTubers, you might have a problem. But yeah, she's based.
Right now in the VTubing scene, there's a lot of people participating in Men's Health Awareness Month, including people like this raising money for related causes. That's really great. And you have this post from Banana Juju, who we've talked about like 3 times in the last 2 months because people love to try to cancel her, and they're doing it once again.
Okay, so this woman got cancelled. Okay, this lady got cancelled. Okay. Okay. This woman got cancelled for her VTuber model, for AI art, for supporting men, for calling Asmongold humble Jesus, which is a bit weird, but okay. Yeah. 4 times the charm, I guess. People were shitting on Celeste. I liked her and didn't know that. Basically, I don't know how much you know, but basically she went on Roblox, right? And preaching, right? And then some LGBTQ kids came up to her on Roblox and you know, she was just talking to them and asking questions, and she was just basically explaining her stance in a non-hateful way, right? Non-derogatory, non-hateful way. She just disagrees with the lifestyle, as Christians do. Makes sense. It's sinful, according to the Bible. And they were then attacking her. However, she made kind of the mistake of posting the clip out of context. She posted the clip out of context, which made her look a little bad. But since I knew the context, I jumped to defense. Basically, I got shit for it as well. I got shit for it as well, but it wasn't as significant as her. However, she did not give in. She did not give in. Which I, once again, based.
With this post that I think is a really nice one, talking about Men's Mental Health Month, where she says, to all the men out there, wherever you are, whatever you are doing right now, take care of yourselves.
And I was blocked by a pretty major VTuber as well, which is Hex Shoes. I don't know how I did that. Skill, I guess.
You guys do not have the same outlets or support like other groups for your problems, and to this day, society still has a lot of work to do when it comes to this. Statistics paint a clear picture here. You guys are taking the constant hits while staying quiet, so grab your loved one or a friend and tell them what you have on your mind and what kind of problems you might go through. There's nothing weak about that, and it takes the load off of your shoulders. I always have to remind my hubby about that. I am thinking of all of you hard workers slash family men slash strong supporters for our female craziness and backbone of society. Take care. I am thinking of you, and I love you guys. So a very nice post.
A very sweet, first of all, Banana Juju is generally just really sweet, right? She's just a really sweet lady. She doesn't really do anything that is questionable or evil. This simple post spiraled into just crazy people. People going crazy. Once again.
What could possibly go wrong? Oh, this is Twitter, and people are insane. So you had this quote right here. I'll point this one out first, saying, is there a point to this month's theme other than women just collecting sympathy points? Dude, you really can't do anything on Twitter without upsetting people like this.
You really can't. You really can't win. You support something, it's bad. You don't support something, it's bad. You cannot win. You just cannot win on this website. You just can't. Also, fun fact, I think her art that was barely sexual was also flagged as sexual explicit content on Blue Sky, which I found funny.
This gives like really strong male feminist energy right here, where they're like, yeah,
it's male feminist or miserable red pillar. It's one of the two.
Those evil men, boo, down with them. And while they're doing it, they're like, shut up, women, you're not allowed to talk about this. It's very pathetic to see, but there was this one right here that got a lot of attention from another VTuber saying, babe, a new based VTuber grift just dropped. Again, people on Twitter...
Chat, everything's a grift. Everything you do, everything you say, everything you support, it's a grift. Whether it's actually a grift or not doesn't matter. It's still a grift.
Not knowing what grift means whatsoever, implying that Banana Juju is lying about this. She doesn't actually care about men's mental health and that she's doing this for some sort of a profit. That's what a grift would be. But now basically everything on Twitter is a grift. Caring about men's mental health, that's a grift. Breathing makes you a breath grifter at this point.
Wait, you're breathing? You're grifting towards the oxygen breathers? How dare you? Why do you not breathe, why do you not live water? Why do you not just breathe water? How dare you? You don't support something, you're hateful. You support something, it's a grift. You cannot win.
Very weird stuff, and people would go after this person. This is obviously a very stupid thing to say. And responding to the criticism, they said this: I thought June was all about pretending to care about gay people, but I guess that's out of fashion now.
Kitsu. It's once again Kitsu. This woman can't take a break. Kitsu just can't take a break. She just can't. Every time something men Kitsu is right there. Okay, the beef is generational here.
It's just a shit post. Don't overthink it. Ah, yes, I was just pretending to be stupid. Yeah, I don't buy it. I look at the replies and what they're showing here too, and clearly this person really...
I was just pretending to be retarded. I'm not actually.
Really is angry about this and thinks it's some sort of a grift when people say it, and they just got caught looking stupid, and now they're trying to backpedal and say this is all a joke. But this is the examples they're providing here that make absolutely no sense. Beginning with this post from Kitsu, where she's saying she's trying to look into a charity that deals with men's mental health. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, in the year 2025, grifting is when charity.
Oh my god. My god. He used that. Bro used that and said, yes, this is grifting. A charity. Something that actually does something good. Bro. 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 Nah, dude. Friendly fire. Friendly fire, my man. She has a husband. It just means she loves and supports her husband. And by that, men in general. You have a husband? How dare you? Betrayer of women!
Make it make sense, please. But there's other examples from Rosie here, a very nice post she made, and some other VTubers as well. Nice post, but of course they are being besmirched and attacked here for reasons that I can't really comprehend.
Yeah, this is also very interesting to look at. This person specifically also told another VTuber they're gonna slander her and they're gonna something like make a video on her calling her a grifter and stuff. Bro, you cannot make this shit up.
And at the end of this thread, calling people grifters over caring about men's mental health awareness, they do the most predictable thing ever, and that's promote themselves. Yep, they share their own Twitch account, hoping to cash in on the outrage they have produced. And if they're going to self-promote, well, guess what? I'm going to do the same. Just in time for today, you can use code REV30 to get 30%
Homie, why? I must ask, why?
off your total advanced GG order. Use that link in the pinned comment to get here. There is something very exciting to share with you guys. A limited time summer apparel line right here. And I gotta tell you, absolute bangers. Cool designs, very high quality. I've had their merch before. Very good stuff. You can see the very many different options, including t-shirts as well as shorts, and also these handbags, these duffel bags. And I'll just make this very clear. The only thing the REV30 code doesn't work on is the duffel bags. That's it. Everything else, the 30% code will get you 30% off on your order. But yes, you have this apparel line, and I will say, if we sell enough apparel on this line using my code, we will have some special Rev apparel coming very soon. So every little bit of support on this helps greatly. And also, if you just want the regular Advanced GG flavor jars, you can use this tab right here and use code REV30 to also get 30% off of all these various flavor jars. Big hit with all of you guys, especially the new peach rings. You guys really seem to like that. Yeah, so that is what's going on with the latest campaign with Advanced GG. I will put, again, a link in the pinned comment, and also make sure to use code REV30, get 30% off your total order. And let's get a lot of sales and make sure we get a new Rev apparel line for this summer. Okay, so going back to some other tweets here, there was a very bizarre...
Oh, a bizarre one. I want these, but I don't have any money. Send me some money so I can buy. I'm just kidding, don't. I'm broke myself! I am broke myself. Also, I should promote myself. You should like, comment, and subscribe if you see this on YouTube after the fact. That's a thing. You should do that right now. But yeah, this is a bizarre one. That one confused me too. I thought I just fell into a different timeline. Because this is Ubisoft. This is a Ubisoft game. So I was like, bro, we are living in the end times. We are in fact living in the end times if Ubisoft does that.
Bizarre moment in the gaming scene. A twist many people like myself did not see coming. Rainbow Six Siege and Ubisoft made a post that will flabbergast you. They say this: it's okay to take off the mask. Strength and vulnerability are not mutually exclusive. June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. We'd like to encourage you to reach out to your friends.
On that note, have you realized how many companies have not put up the rainbow flags at all, anywhere? The rainbow profile pictures, nowhere? Like, I look at current TV ads, and I remember last year there were plenty of, LGBTQ-focused ads running in TV. There's not a single one this year. It's like something shifted. It is weird. I'm confused. Whatever's going on. But it's been a lot less this year. For now. I mean, it was 7 days in, but it appears to be a lot less.
Ask them how they're doing, pick up a game together, look out for one another. You matter with this artwork right here. I'm flabbergasted, like I said. Everyone would have expected Ubisoft's and Rainbow Six Siege to do what they do every year on June 1st, and that is put the pride flags in their bios and in their profile pictures, but they didn't do that this year, along with a lot of other companies. I think there's a message being sent about virtue signaling, companies virtue signaling about this sort of stuff. But yeah, Rainbow Six Siege coming out and supporting Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. You know what? Ubisoft and these accounts have made a lot of mistakes, but I will give them credit where credit is due. I think they hired someone new for their social media campaign.
They hired a bro. They hired one of us. Maybe they in fact did hire a gamer for once and not an activist. It's funny how Rainbow Six Siege doesn't have the rainbow in its profile. True.
Here, and they said, instead of appealing to activists on Twitter who don't buy our games anyways, let's appeal to our actual target audience here, men who are the people playing Rainbow Six Siege, largely, of course, not exclusively, but largely. And the comments are very positive. Rare Ubisoft W. Well done. Ubisoft, is that really you? Did we accidentally walk into a different timeline? But of course...
Like I said, it feels like we just fell into an alternative. Also, the homie up here, it's Pride Month, got absolutely decimated. 567 replies. That didn't go quite so well. Got decimated. The comment section isn't as going the way you intended.
Of course, we also have this person saying it's Pride Month, which is an odd thing. It's a sentiment I've seen on a lot of posts about Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, where basically they say you have to support both of these things or you're a bigot, right? And they also try to say that like Pride Month came first, therefore you can't celebrate Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, which is just factually not true. Men's Mental Health Awareness Month was created in 1990.
You do not have to celebrate both. You don't have to celebrate either of them. You can also just celebrate one. What I hate is when you talk about one thing and somebody brings up another. I've seen many posts about men's mental health, for example, on TikTok. And it's, but what about the women? It's not about this is not about the women. It's about the men this time. Just like nobody should bring it up during the Women's Month, which is May, I think. I could be wrong. Same thing. It's about the women here, and not about the men. When somebody makes a post about Pride Month, it's about Pride Month. Nothing else. Don't bring up things to push yourself into the light when it's not about you right now at that point. Just me.
Before, and Pride Month was in 1999. Then you think about other holidays like Trans Visibility Day, which is a recent one that happens on Easter. Like, do they really want this logic of claiming whatever comes first is what should be celebrated? It kind of backfires on them pretty badly. But there are some other comments this person saying in response to the previous user saying it's actually Veterans Month. They say, F them veterans. Is this Frogan's secret account or something? Like, very...
Maybe it is Frogan's secret account. Maybe he Jabba the Hutt is behind the screen. To the Rainbow Six message was similar to this. They should do double chat and support both Pride Month and in their profile and speak about men's issues. Yeah, like a half profile picture. Oh, so you have changed, I believe you, but it's not going to save you.
Mask off moment, but Then again, this person doesn't seem like a very happy individual. Another person said, I'm proud to be a straight white male. Are you saying I don't matter? And they say, yes. This is precisely why we need Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. It's because of people like this who want to denigrate you because you're a man, simply because you're a man. But there's other comments feeling very betrayed thanks to this move by Rainbow Six Siege on Twitter. This person in quote says, June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, end quote. We are not even worth as free money anymore. Oh my effing God.
We are not even worth as free money anymore. So you want to be used and exploited by a company for money. So people not supporting you is, according to this, would be transphobic. People exploiting you for money is not transphobic. Because that's what it is. Because they don't support you either. They just want your money. Are you retorted? I mean, as a Twitter user, so possibly.
Yeah, they're realizing the companies didn't actually care about them and all the virtue signaling was just to try to curry favor on social media. A tough break for people like this. Another one says, in quotes, June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, end quote. Bro. And posts like this, 49,000 likes. And I'm not surprised because this is Twitter and things like this tend to pop off. But here's another one saying June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. People who are desperate for attention. Yeah, I guess caring about men's mental health is being desperate for attention. Oh, okay, interesting. This person, this lovely individual says, men aren't lonely enough. And another person says we'd probably be better off if the average Siege player game-ended themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the normal people. And again, the reason why we need things like men's mental health.
Yep, that's the reason why people like that, I think they mean that they don't even see a worth in them to virtue signal. I mean, this may be hurtful, but that's the truth. It's such a small minority that specifically pandering to it just isn't financially beneficial. That's just the truth. There's nothing bad about this. Just the truth. It's financially you don't gain anything. Like you don't.
Awareness Month. That's pretty much going to do it for this video. It's obviously pretty
because oftentimes the pandering doesn't result in anything because you're usually pandering to people that don't even play your game.
Disturbing to see how angry and how politicized people treat something as simple as caring about men's mental health. But unfortunately, this is Twitter. But I will say, as I hinted at earlier in this video, seeing the amount of people participating in this, in the VTubing scene, in the gaming scene, and all across social media, there's more now than ever, which is an amazing thing. Okay, it's really cool to see. And despite people trying to throw a hissy fit over this, you should be very encouraged, anyone watching this video, to see a campaign like this getting more and more supports and people trying to back this because they think this is an important issue. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts.
My thoughts is, don't listen to the people on Twitter. Reach out to a homie. Ask them how they're doing. Make them feel appreciated. That's all I can say.